What's up, everybody? EU, week 2. It's time, Turtle.
It is time.
Barcelona versus mousesports, and just heard the desk's thoughts. Everyone picking mouse on the desk, and you can kind of understand why. But Barcelona still trying to figure things out as we head into week 2.
Yeah, I mean, Jorma, were you the only one who picked Barcelona in terms of prediction for this match?
I was the only one who picked Barcelona. I was actually kind of surprised, and it was to the point that Lawler made on the desk that, you know, for Mouse, TSM, they kind of let a lot of those goals in, and I still feel like Mouse not truly tested. For Barcelona, I feel like it's a ramp-up period for them, right? I feel like Ronicky was what was it, 1 for 23 last week, but he was creating a lot of pressure. Ronicky was the top striker on Triple Trouble last season. I think he's still trying to find his way in this rotation, and I think those shots will come with time, and I think it starts now.
Yeah, I mean, I love the matchup that we have here. I think both teams in this situation are really trying to prove something huge here in league play, because it's a matter of a Mouse eSports roster who has not been dominant at all online, and they showed it last week, and they have faults. Even when they get momentum, you know, they go up 2-0 in the series, they end up falling short, losing in a reverse sweep. It's the worst way to go out. And then Barcelona, you know, Ronicky has so much pressure on him to replace Alpha. Both teams have so much to prove. It's not a matter of keeping that level of high-level play continuous throughout every game in league play. It's just proving that you're the best team and you can contend for that top 4 spot, because right now we have so many questions about these two EU teams.
Yeah, and I mean, for mousesports, getting reverse swept by TSM, I think the big thing for them is mentality. I remember Speed tweeted out right after that series, like, you know, felt like we still played pretty well. So we got a long season ahead of us. We're absolutely not out of this, but he came away still feeling pretty good. And I think that if you could come away from a game you just got reverse swept in, saying, you know what, I think we're all right, then I think that bodes really well for them heading into this matchup.
Yeah, I mean, look, I just have not seen enough from Mouse. They get too comfortable. They get so relaxed online. They're not next to each other. They don't have each other right next to each other in the seats to scream. You know, Mouse eSports, when they're on land, they just look to each other. They hype each other up. They scream. It's just crazy. They don't have that atmosphere anymore, and they could get comfortable. And I'm curious to see if that's what we're going to see.
And Barcelona, Bluey last week, you heard James say it on the desk, he felt impressed by Bluey, and as far as the turnaround goes for Barcelona. It's a full team effort needed, and game 1 underway is a lot. Off the kickoff will take this away, and you know, for Barcelona, you're looking at Ronicky to get those shooting numbers up. Really, the whole team of Barcelona only shooting 9%.
I mean, 1 for 23. It comes down to what quality shots are you really attempting to put in.
Cooks. His shot turned away by Bluey, and then a quick follow-up on that challenge. Bluey passed down over to Ronicky. Had a lot beat in midfield. He's got Cooks beat as well. Looking for a pass. He found his man, and it's a goal for Devo. A great play from Ronicky.
Speed trying to get in front of this shot. Ronicky with a nice fake over Cooks here. A lot nowhere near, and Speed doesn't rotate to net. He thinks he can cut off the challenge early on, and that was a huge mistake, but a great play from Barcelona in game 1.
That's exactly what we needed to see from Barcelona. One shot, and it goes in to start. Now it's about continuing that success a lot. Cut off by Bluey already. Barcelona playing aggressive up here in midfield. Devo, his block and dumped out. Ronicky had it handled. It's Mouse taking on offense, but a lot too far away from that pass. And it's taken away. This in front of the box. It's blocked. Bluey's shot by Speed.
Speed this time, coming in as that third man rotating, decides to do the same thing and go for the challenge, cut off the shot. He finds more success. Thankfully, they don't go down 2-0.
Bluey works his way towards the box. Tried to block the stop by Speed. A lot kicks it back downfield. It's open. Everyone caught too far forward on Barcelona.
Over-aggression is one of the worst ways to concede a goal. Barcelona just getting too eager right now in game 1, and they just force everybody up.
And so, Mouse able to fight right back on the kickoff. This one will be a loss. Speed pass over 2 a lot, and he found him. Mouse starting to find some of these passes here in midfield. They have some of the space. Devo, that one just kicked up right into a Mouse attacker. This touch by Bluey isn't to anybody. He just kind of flipped it against the side post. It almost cost him a goal. It might here, no. The shot from Speed. Instead, it's just hit against the backboard. No goal for Mouse.
Devo, I don't know how he got that reaction. He pre-jumped, and it still bounced out the crossbar, and here comes Bluey cutting me off mid-sentence.
Bluey getting this goal. It's a good challenge from Devo in midfield. A lot. He's racing back, and he's stuck on the back wall to try to recover and at least make a play on the ball for Bluey. And he makes him pay. Now, 2 goals for Barcelona. We know that they're good at generating pressure. The issue was converting on those chances. They've been pretty good so far. I believe 2 for 4. That one just off the back wall. Ronicky will kick this downfield. Bluey's already up for this off the backboard. Will be defended regardless.
And I was surprised to see one of Lawler's picks for the surprising players, or up-and-coming, I guess you could say, was Bluey. I mean, I didn't notice too much of his performance. I think he's been solid all around, but I just feel like Barcelona have got to have some kind of a standout player right now, and a lot has a free net to shoot at a bump, and it's not even hard enough. He had such an open net.
And I think you make, a great point. Everyone's question is, okay, Ronicky coming in for Alpha.
I mean, he can't be Alpha, though.
Yeah, it feels like it is a downgrade. This is actually going to go in. It was just disaster on the back wall. No one could find this ball for Barcelona. Mouse will tie it up.
Speed taking it slow. That was such a mind game.
What
and
a bump.
The bump. He beat all 3 players out there. The fake in the air, taking it down, getting a touch right before the bounce, and then the bump. Speed doing it all himself.
Up for Bluey. Just missing that touch. And, Turtle, speaking about Bluey earlier, his journey as an RLCS pro, he has been all over as he tries to take a shot here. Back on PSG, they ended up winning DreamHack Leipzig back in 2017. Oh, this is a potential shot turned away by Bluey off the demo. And then, getting removed off that team, having to force his way back into the rival series with Devo, eventually making his way back here. I mean, this guy has been through the gamut in competitive Rocket League.
He knows how to mold playstyles. He's been on so many new teams. He can do it time and time again. I was talking to him earlier. He seemed not even to be stressed out about the loss of Alpha and just excited to play with Ronicky.
Speed winning this challenge in the 3rd. Mouse, this one off the ceiling. Ronicky has a shot. It's open, and he'll find the goal. Barcelona take the lead again.
So many goals so far this series, almost a double commit. Cookser and a lot both leaving net at the same time. Nobody's back. Cookser tries to take it back. There's no communication. You got to have somebody calling. Somebody in the backfield needs to push up, and I think Cookser really was the player who was supposed to challenge a lot, cutting rotation.
For Barcelona, a lot of the goals against. Here's Ronicky forcing it across the box. A shot. It's in. Bluey. He gets the goal, and that's 4, the insurance for Barcelona.
I mean, the defense right now from Mouse.
Oh, and he got a chip.
Bumping Cooks here as well. This is just disorganized.
It was like from the angle I was looking at it, it just looked like they weren't able to get to it, but I didn't realize that Ronicky actually chipped the player in the net into his teammate. We saw Speed get physical to get their goal. And Ronicky just kind of bullying his way towards the box and forcing another. So Barcelona, much better offensively here against Mouse. Here's Ronicky.
I mean, they're forcing Mouse into these uncomfortable situations where either a bump's coming through, somebody has to cut rotation, and a player like Alot might get a little bit panicky. We saw him cut rotation earlier. It could be affecting him and this whole team.
Well, Bluey able to take that one away, and for Speed, did not get the touch he wanted. Bluey almost getting around 2 defenders. Barcelona killing all the time left off this clock. Midfield's locked down by Bluey.
Oh, the double.
Downfield, does he have it? Bluey scores! It's always pretty. 5 goals.
What a way to end it. Bluey styling on this Mouse eSports defense. Give him some air roll, and that's how you do it.
Bluey, hat trick in game number 1. You said they said on the desk, we like what Bluey was showing us last week.
And I wasn't
we think that's gonna continue.
And I think I might be a little bit convinced now. After
You convinced?
Yeah, just
Excellent.
a little bit.
Well, that's good because Barcelona won the game, but it's only game 1. It's a best-of-5 series against Mouse, and 9 shots on net for mousesports, and they definitely had their opportunities across, but the first goal scored by Mouse was just Barcelona pushing too far up and not respecting the clear potential from Mouse.
Yeah.
And then that second goal that Mouse had, the nice touch or the nice fake from Speed coming towards it. But Barcelona, 5 goals and just matched mousesports for everything they had.
It's a difference here because last weekend against Reciprocity, finding the net seemed to be a difficult thing. And a lot of that came down to the defensive rotations against the team they were playing. They were always in net, always able to get the save. Right now, they're forcing Mouse eSports into these weird rotations, these weird bumps, and forcing a different dynamic on a team that's not used to that. And that's what's creating so many open shots. You can't miss those shots. Those are the easy, it's open nets, it's easy punishing, and that's how you do it against a team whenever you've been struggling with finding accuracy.
And mousesports, last week against TSM, they had these shot accuracy issues, and credit TSM's defense and their goaltending all you want, but when you put however many shots they put up in that series, and you don't come away with enough goals. And we're starting to see that here now against Barcelona. 9 shots, only able to convert twice. One of them was a Barcelona mistake. So Mouse have to find a way to get more pressure on the offensive end because they didn't really create consistent pressure against Barcelona. And there were double commits by mousesports on the defensive end. Really just, I feel like they're their own worst enemy. It's like Barcelona are creating chances, but it's just as much mousesports kind of kicking themselves.
Yeah, and you got to give credit to Devo. That goal line save, I don't know if you saw it, Jordan.
Yeah.
He barely managed to get the prediction. It bounced off the crossbar and bounced up again, and he got it out. And I feel like mousesports, when they come so close to getting a goal, that's when they get impatient. They get anxious, and they try and force everything they have after that moment because they've seen how close they've been. They can't relax. They can't take a deep breath and say, okay, we came close. Let's just keep doing our thing, keep passing. And instead of having that mentality, they just say, oh my, we're so close. Let's just throw everything we have at the net. Something has to work.
Yeah, and I want to see Speed continue to be a force for this team. Speed was, he comes in to LAN as a super sub with a lot. He starts to play with him and cooks more and more, and this team got really good. And they were fun to watch on LAN. And you said it before the game started. They just haven't translated that magic to online play. It just hasn't happened, and it comes from a series of missed touches and really just Barcelona are punishing them on a lot of these chances. So if mousesports get back into it, it has to be consistent pressure. They got to find a way to keep the ball away from Barcelona because the possession game is squarely in FCB's hands.
And it's weird because both these teams found struggles to find that back of the net, to find high shooting percentage, And I think Barcelona are starting to mold that play style that they need, some form of difference. And it's gonna be so much different than the team that had Alpha. Everybody wants to compare Ronicky and Alpha and say he has to fill those shoes, when in actuality, Devo and Bluey need to be the ones to step up. It's not Ronicky by any means at all, because they can't expect him to come through and play like Alpha. They have to be the ones to push forward. And so far, Bluey is doing it with his offensive pressure, and Devo did it last game with the defense.
Yeah, and he also had 2 assists, Devo did, and a lot of great challenges in midfield as well to move the ball downfield. I like what I'm seeing from Devo in this game. We harp on it all the time. This is a complete team game. It's never just on one individual. Barcelona taking game 1. Cook's long pass to a lot. That's off the backboard, and his second touch will be out and wide. A light ball here. Devo will catch it out. Put the control out of his own half. His challenge knocked away. For Mouse, talk about team effort. They need to put together a string of plays here.
And now we get to see a Mouse who has to build themselves out of a no momentum hole. They are stuck right now. Need to get something working. We saw Speed give his best attempt, beating out 3 players last game. And instead of starting off strong, Mouse eSports need to gather momentum.
Cooks his pass not to anyone. I think he was maybe expecting someone farther up, or it was away from his teammate, and that's all that matters. End up giving up possession here. Cooks coming again. Couldn't find the read there against Bluey. Bluey, ooh, just flips above the ball. Game 2 starts out sloppy for both sides. Bluey gets back to this touch. Cooks just a little late on the ball, a lot. Will kick it back downfield. Actually finding the gap here against Devo. Had to get back. He does make the touch to buy a little bit of time, but how much? Enough for Bluey to get up, punch it back down to midfield. A little better from Mouse here, looking to lock down midfield, but that's not a good touch from Speed. He almost gives away the goal. The shot blocked by Cooks. The demo by Bluey to open it up, but a lot will take the ball away.
Last second save there by Cooks here, and the player I'm watching the most right now on the field is going to be a lot. I think whenever he is rotating and finding the pockets he's supposed to fit in, that is when Mouse eSports plays the best. But when he cuts rotations, maybe he's a little bit too slow and takes a wider angle, that is whenever I feel like he struggles the most, and this Mouse eSports kind of gets a little bit unorganized.
Devo trying to carry again. Cooks on the challenge, and Bluey back over to Devo. Forces a lot to play this out around the corner. Mouse just barely squeaking by here on the defensive end. Really, Barcelona haven't been able to punish them. A couple of times the Mouse has given up possession. This one, Speed just trying to buy a little bit more time. And Devo knocks it away from him. Barcelona with control here in midfield. Bluey, he's got enough boost to handle that. It's straight off the ceiling into Ronicky. Barcelona.
Bluey again. What a read from him. The double touch and dunk off of a lot. Straight down to Ronicky. Bluey has been showing up this series.
Absolutely. 3 goals in the last game, and he picks up the assist for Ronicky in this game. You know, Barcelona as a team in game 1, they shot 50%. And they are finding the back of the net against mousesports. And, you know, we saw mousesports when they are brought to task. Bluey, how does he get by everybody on this play?
Where did all this space come from? Nobody wants to challenge. A lot, I thought that was him. He just couldn't read it off the ceiling, but still, you don't need to rush right there. Bluey didn't even go up. A lot just panicking.
He just has to make that read.
Yeah.
Devo, slow, and he flicks it up. Devo, just dig salt to the wound. 3-0.
Barcelona putting on a clinic right now. Devo, patience with the dribble, and then a beautiful flick into the upper 90 corner. Back-to-back-to-back goals for Barcelona.
They're beating Mouse to these balls. Mouse, slight misreads, miscommunication. It does not look pretty for mousesports. This one kicked downfield, and it's going to be wide. Speed tried to get back to it, just a little too much speed on it. That one off the backboard, and Bluey will do it again. This comes off for free off the back. Why is this coming off for free on the backboard? Bluey, look at all of this. Speedy backflips. Okay, my answer. I have my answer.
It's been solved.
I'll calm down.
The mystery has been solved. Speed with the backflip. These really simple errors and mistakes. I mean, it is getting into Mouse's head at this point. A lot. Missing the read off the ceiling. Speed backflipping. Great double touch and dunk from Bluey. I mean, right now, it is not looking good for Mouse. They need to reorganize and recuperate after these tough goals.
Credit to Barcelona, who have really taken advantage.
They've been at the right spot every single time a mistake happens.
They're just following through on their touches. In Mouse, they haven't been able to challenge them on it. It's as simple as that for Barcelona, and a massive 4-goal lead. And there was a lot of praise, a lot of positivity around this Mouse squad, and there still is. The series is not over. Mouse will have one more game to get things figured out. But you know, I have to repeat Lawler on the desk. There were some questions after that TSM series, because as soon as TSM started to pressure Mouse, they started to crack, and that's where that reverse sweep came into form. Now Barcelona take advantage of these issues.
And it's the lack of hesitation as well. I find that whenever space is given to Barcelona, they don't hesitate to take it. They don't have too much respect for Mouse. They're saying, okay, you're going to give me this free space. I will gladly take it and assume that you're just going to miss anyway. Because it's so easy to say, hey, you're going to fill that space. I'm scared, and I'm going to back off. But no, they're taking the space. They're doing it with style. And Barcelona swing through strong.
Yeah. 4-0. Bluey, again, the MVP. He picks up another 2 goals. He's scored 5 in this series so far. Ronicky and Devo close behind him. And, you know, defensively, they handled their business as much as they had to. And that was only 5 shots worth from mousesports. But again, mousesports, they have to figure out some of these issues. There's just some
dunk.
This was a great play by Bluey to start it off. But after that, it kind of just spiraled out of control for Mouse.
Bluey, I mean, going for this dunk, it was perfect. This wasn't any mistake really by Mouse. It could have been a better challenge, but still Bluey doing a great job of getting above the ball and just being that star player right now. And I'm convinced at this moment in time, as the way Bluey's performing, he's doing exactly what I need them to do. Not relying on Ronicky, taking it himself, and they're on a tear.
You need mousesports to up the aggression a little bit. And meet things on the midfield line. It felt like at the beginning of the game, they were trying that, and then things got out of hand, and they were never able to find midfield presence consistently again. You know, passes too far away from teammates. They have to start finding each other in space. I think that's really the key for mousesports to try to beat this Barcelona team right now.
I mean, you tell mousesports to be aggressive, and I get scared personally because you see cut rotations from a lot and speed most of the time coming in around Cookser, and it's because they're forcing themselves to be aggressive. And there's a difference between trying to be aggressive and moving it up as a team versus, you know, being solo and trying it all yourself.
Game number 3, Barcelona. Week 1. It didn't start out the best for this team, for Bluey, for Devo, and for Ronicky. But they are taking mousesports to task and righting their RLCS ship. We'll see if mousesports can start plugging some of the holes. Ronicky. That 1-1. It's kicked downfield. Blocked off again by Devo.
I mean, Barcelona, again, just with Devo right there, taking charge of the midfield, pushing up into that space, being aggressive, and mousesports are letting them have it.
A lot able to hop up for this and get the block. Devo just bounces off the corner. Cooks, he has speed downfield. Speed has a shot. That's what we want to see from mousesports. 1-0.
Speed off a speedy pass. The flick from Cooks here. And this is the midfield presence you need to have if you're mousesports right now. Pushing up, finding each other, and hitting a nice shot.
And taking advantage of the space given as well. Here, kicked up high off the kickoff. Bluey winning that first challenge, and a lot. Jumpton was able to flip, kind of flipped it so the top of his car landed right on top of Bluey's car. More times than not, that'll win you the challenge. Cooks ends up falling on top of Devo. And a lot again. That one, a bouncer off the ramp, speed. Went to the far side, had to avoid a defender. Off the ceiling, Cooks. This is good aggression by Mouse. They have another shot, but it's blocked by Ronicky. Barcelona tight on the defensive rotation. Bluey just able to get back to his touch, and it allows Devo to come in, but rotation clean for Cooks.
A little bit of a panic clear from Devo right there. He had the midfield area again. It's the first time we've seen Barcelona not take advantage of open space. Devo could have dribbled it, decides to clear right away, but they still keep possession. And Mouse, I mean, how will they carry the momentum? This is one of the first times we've seen them get the first goal. Is this the first time, I believe, that they've gotten the first goal of the series?
I believe so. Yeah, Barcelona have scored firsts in the first 2 games of the set. Good block by Ronicky. Barcelona have transferred onto the offensive half of the field. Bluey set up really fast. He had space, and he definitely could have tried to control that out, but the touch got away from him, so they'll have to reset. Win a lot, dump that out.
Oh, the bump from Ronicky too.
It's a good shot and saved by Speed, but it's not over. Devo off the backboard, and it's blocked by a lot. Good backboard defense for Mouse. halfway through game number 3 trying to survive.
And I still love the bump there from Ronicky, just messing with all of the rotational play from Mouse, even if it might not lead to a goal, just going for a bump and trying to stall anything in that rotation is such a nice play, mainly whenever you have the dominance. They're up 2-0, they're trying to throw Speed off, and it's working.
Speed attempted clear, picked up by Devo. Broken up by Speed again. Ronicky sees Bluey downfield. Bluey up for this, tees it straight down. Actually a shot on net. Shot by Devo, tried to find the corner, blocked by Cooks. Still Ronicky on the rotation, at least gets the block and slows it down. It's only for a lot. Downfield, off the backboard, and it's a lot will get the goal. Believe Devo tried to make the save, ended up own goal.
A lot. I thought he got the double touch for a second, and then I saw Devo come through. He had a chance. A lot had no boost, didn't have the double touch, and Devo with a little bit of a panicked decision. And right now, the tide is turning.
Yeah, huge for Mouse to get that goal. Catching Devo having to come back, and it was a late jump by Devo as well. The ball floated back. Much cleaner from mousesports. I don't think there's been a single double commit in game 3.
Even with these bumps and demos like that.
And finding each other in space and winning challenges in midfield. It's been much cleaner. And great defense there as well. Clear it out back downfield. Speed taking away boost. The midfield boosts aren't available for Barcelona. A minute left. Barcelona are taking point. Here's Ronicky. He flips it by a lot. Devo at least gets in the way, flips it by. Ronicky wants to turn. He just gets the touch from Cooks. Shot on target. Cooks it's saved, and it doesn't matter. Speed scores. Mouse coming back big time.
Everything about this play started with Cooks here. Right away at the beginning of this replay, you saw him get the interception in the midfield to gain possession, continue going forward, go for the bump, force a bad clear, and the cleanup comes through from Mouse. Cooks here making a great play.
Yeah, it was really next level from Cooks.
Yeah.
He just pulled off of Bluey right after he jumped and forced Bluey to levitate in midair to try to recover. Really well done.
Speed.
Well done again. How about mousesports in game 3?
Speed, these fakes in the air. Thinking he's gonna go up with it. Boosts all the way down, beats out the defender, and beats 2 there.
Now Barcelona, they're getting a taste of their own medicine in this series after a 5-2 shellacking. And then this here from mousesports. Again, pointed it out. Much cleaner and more like the mousesports that we've seen at lands. And a lot. Finding the ball through traffic and converting.
A lot getting his second goal of the game. They're feeling great right now, setting themselves up for success for the rest of this series right now. If they can continue this play and avoid demos, and even when the physical play does come through from Barcelona throughout this entire series have been throwing those rotations off. Now they're getting organized even with that.
Yeah, and now Barcelona are starting to feel a little heat on the back wall as well. Devo had some trouble handling that one out, and there's been a couple of them as well, but they just haven't been winning those challenges, and sometimes that's really the difference. It's like you'll see RLCS teams go at each other and they'll whip them 5-0. But it's just because of solid challenges in midfield, and as soon as they get that, and it's that plus the space that Barcelona gave mousesports in game number 3.
And here's the thing, Barcelona have been in this situation before. They got reverse swept last weekend by Reciprocity. They have been at the 60-second break last weekend. What is the difference? How are they going to stop this momentum from getting out of control and snowballing for mousesports?
This goal right here from a lot. You see Devo just hesitating as he was trying to get the correct read, and he ended up jumping just...
He has to go for it, but you got to make a better touch.
Yeah, absolutely. Tried to get there and just ended up with the mistouch. Can be tough. Barcelona still trying to figure it out. They did put 9 shots on net. They were able to, find some mousesports pressure for a little while, but mousesports again. And I have to say, much impressed by Cooks in this series. I feel like he struggled in the first two games.
I completely agree.
And he really cleaned things up. He was the owner of that pass over to Speed for mousesports' first goal of the game, and he made a lot of other crucial touches. He had that fake demo that he went for to force Bluey to jump in net, so I like what I'm seeing from him.
I mean, the interceptions as well in midfield, his presence was unmatched that game. He was cutting off everything that Barcelona was trying to throw, and he wasn't letting them control the midfield nearly as much as the first two games.
Yeah. Now, for Barcelona, we saw Ronicky, Bluey, and Devo, these guys really clicking well together. Not this game. See if they can clean up some of the mistouches that they had as we get into game 4. Start to find that game 1 and 2 efficiency. Good pass from Devo to Bluey. Up high, Bluey. One will be knocked up high in the corner here from mousesports. And a boomer down the pitch.
And Devo, I was impressed with him the first two games, but then that game 3, he had a few opportunities to dribble, get a solid pass, even go for a nice shot every once in a while. And I just felt he came up frequently short compared to the rest of his teammates. He needs to change up, what he's doing, gather that momentum and that energy back, and start hitting these shots that he was the first two games.
Bluey carries that across the box. It's cut off by Speed. mousesports find themselves in Barcelona territory. A good win from Devo in midfield, beating out Cooks completely, but they're forced to still play some defense. Midfield still belongs to mousesports. That one kicked down by Devo, but it's into space and into a mouse car. Bluey close to this. He gets by Speed, and he's still on point. Barcelona transitioning back onto offense.
Oh, the demo?
And gone, but it's kicked up high by Speed. Devo. Light, and a lot was able to get there. Speed will clear this out. Mouse forced to go end-to-end here on their own end. Another challenge from Devo is Barcelona. Trying to find their way towards the box. This one sent across, but Barcelona back on the play, having to retreat. Ronicky will have to give way for Devo. The demo maybe opens it up against the backboard, but Bluey had it read. Just missing that touch. That mistouch could cost them. Devo able to make the save. Not even a mistouch, just a whiff.
Both teams standing their ground. These demos, these physical plays, not messing with any of their rotations. Even when that player does spawn, he gets right back in there. Saves coming out. And this is just a matter of who can break that rotation and find an opening.
You saw earlier a lot. Just trying to go for the demo onto Devo as he tried to clear it out. A touch out from Bluey. Devo has a little bit of space to get there quickly. A light shot will be saved. Ronicky kicks it across. Bluey late to the ball against the lot. Devo. Bluey tried to find Devo's ball. Not a lot of action, really just a lot of working back and forth. Not a lot of really threatening shots on goal.
Yeah.
In the first 3 minutes of gameplay.
Feeling each other out, play styles. Oh, that's a great pass and a shot from a lot. And it's nice to see those come out more from mousesports. We saw none of that. Very linear clears, not even looking for a lot. And he's the player who is going to be up there and be aggressive, get in their faces, and receive most of those clears.
They also have so much space. And Speed dunks! Hello, Dunkmaster Flex. Welcome.
A disaster just strikes for Devo. This is the second time where he's needed to come up clutch and make a hit. And Speed says, you're not going anywhere.
And that ball was hit out into space. And Speed, he had the entire midfield to himself. mousesports take the lead. And with less than 2 minutes remaining.
And that's Devo again. Is his mentality slipping? He was playing so well earlier. I mean, he's got to get out of that. And Bluey is going to pull one in off a pass from Ronicky in the corner.
So probably not exactly how you would draw it up, but it's still pre-flip gang.
Yeah.
It's still pre-flip gang.
We take that.
Bluey flipping around to the side.
What a timed flip, too.
Yeah.
I mean, it might not have needed to do that.
Doesn't matter.
It was nice.
It's off the kickoff. Barcelona.
Instant response from them.
We're able to score, and it came off of a challenge from Ronicky back from his own half, and Mouse were caught a little far up on the play.
Yeah. And I think that's so important responding that quickly against this energetic mousesports who, you know, when they score a goal, they're screaming at each other and they're feeling great. Oh, there's a misplay. Oh, but Bluey gets a touch. He falls on it, and Devo has to hit the hit.
A lot picks up the goal for Mouse.
Where was it?
This whole play, Bluey. So this started way off screen. That touch to give Ronicky at least a chance on the challenge.
Again, Devo is coming up the last man in net. He has to make that hit. He tried to pre-jump, and it just doesn't make any contact.
So earlier in that play, I think it was Cooks who went for Bluey on the demo when they were in the corner trying to find a shot towards the box. Bluey had to jump early. So he was already using boost before the shot was even coming his way.
Yeah.
It forced him to make a bad touch, and then it put them in that precarious position where all three of them are just kind of floating in front of their box. So that whole thing started from physical play, getting in the face, something we know mousesports loves to do. It goes in their favor. They score this goal with 45 seconds remaining now. Mousesports could force game 5. Devo.
Oh, the double.
Off the ceiling. It's too light and will be kicked away. It started off so strong for Barcelona. Good pass.
Another one.
Devo can't make the connection.
Oh, that's all three of them. Two Cooks here. Needs to feed us in the middle. Speed's rotating in. There's Devo.
On point here against Speed. Now a lot in the corner. The demo looking for the goal. No!
He had it. Oh, Ronicky?
And does he have the shot? He does, but a lot's there. 10 seconds remaining. Devo. Oh, the big miss from Mouse on this play. Speed gets a solid touch onto the ball, but it's cut off well here by Barcelona. Ronicky up high against the back wall. Taken down by a lot. He can't kill the ball. It's off the ramp. Now waiting for it to drop. Bluey will not wait any longer. Speed back to a lot. They kill the ball, and mousesports are threatening the reverse sweep against Barcelona.
Pushing to game 5, and you gotta feel for that last play. Barcelona, you got the demo. They slid the ball across the net, and there was no answer. Wow. I don't know. I think that was Devo who was looking for a pass after the demo.
I don't think he expected the demo. I think because the way he was taking the ball around the corner, you know, around to the side. So we're gonna look at that last goal, and Cook or a lot will get that goal, but that all started from, I still think it was Cooks. I have to look at it again.
And Devo, he panicked in net. He didn't even think Bluey was going to land on it like that. I mean, how can you predict something as crazy as that final play? And mousesports, they're going to capitalize on whatever that was.
But I do want to talk about that last play for a second, because the way Devo was carrying that ball around the corner, he was waiting for that bounce, and he was taking his car on the near side of the ball, putting his car next to the wall, or between him.
Right.
He's putting himself between the wall and the ball. I got it. And looking for a pass out towards the box. I don't think he expected the demo from Ronicky.
I agree.
At all.
Because he pushed the ball out. Instead, he could have easily just waited and let the ball roll up a little bit right in front of the net, take a free shot, and it was there. The equalizer was right in front of Devo, as well as so many save opportunities. He might be in his head right now. He has to get himself out of there. And Barcelona, they're on the brink of getting reverse swept.
It's that situation where communication is everything, Turtle. You got to talk in that situation if you're going to do something like that. Everyone needs to be aware.
The third man also has to see that play, and you got to throw everything you have. And Speed, hello, welcome to game 5.
Off the kickoff, mousesports come out in a blaze. This up high, Devo has absolutely no chance at the ball. Speed putting it in. 6 seconds is all it takes. They got reverse swept last week, Turtle, and they wanted to dish out a little bit of it themselves.
This is some revenge for mousesports, but both teams here got reverse swept. Both of them have been in this situation. And Ronicky. Okay, the dribble, the response, the instant momentum change again.
Ronicky gets a solid first touch here, and then Bluey destroys a lot on that touch. At Speed, he's caught too far forward. I don't know if he expected Bluey to beat a lot. Optimistic, call it what you want. Barcelona respond quickly. Bounce off the ramp here. Barcelona will take possession off the kickoff. It's a good win for Bluey. Oh, he almost got in front of it. He ran out of boost at the last second. Had he had like maybe 12 more, he probably could have got his car a little farther forward for that flip. Shot on, or off. Taken away by Ronicky. Solid touch from Rocky as well.
I saw that first goal from mousesports, and I thought they were going to run away with it.
It felt like
after winning Game 4. But Barcelona with the response to the lot. Another one where it just, you beat out the third man. Nobody's rotating in. And he manages to do it all himself.
Bluey had no chance at it, and then turning away from
pushing forward in no man's land.
I just did. We'll chalk it up to oops.
Yeah.
My bad. Moving on, mousesports take the lead, you take those. And you know, mousesports say that's completely fair because that was us in games 1 and 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, they've looked a lot better in this back half of the series. And you wanted to turn earlier in the series, you wanted to see a lot step up, and I really think he has. He's made
good
solid touches.
Hit.
He's had some nice shots.
Yeah. They haven't been, you know, they haven't been double committing, I'd say, in rotations. You know, maybe if you don't both go for the ball, it's okay. But when you're rotating the same way, the same pace, and you're within the same area, you are going to get messed up by any RLCS caliber team.
And you know, a lot's story is kind of similar to Bluey's in a way, except he's been relegated twice. And he's made it back to the RLCS every single time, either just by finding a team or by promoting. And that guy has been up and down.
Yeah.
And, you know, Cooks, excuse me, takes that shot. It's just wide off the post. A lot will take that in, and to win the challenge, it gives Mouse the ball here.
Oh.
Cooks has that and couldn't pinch it across, just a little too close to the ball. But yeah, I mean, a lot found the, bump from speed, but no one ready for it for Mouse. He's having fun with speed.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what I was trying to say. He's having fun again, and that's always great to see.
And I feel like
speed.
These rotations from Barcelona, it's almost as if the second person behind the clear pushes up so late and just ends up being in the middle between the third man and where the ball is getting cleared to. They're not there to respond or to get a redirect. They're just in open space for no reason. You got to either make a prediction or be patient. Here comes Cookser. They're just trying to chip away right now at this Barcelona defense.
Yeah, they have the space, Mouse do. Not this time. It's closed out, and you saw Bluey just going for Cooks, and he just missed him. That's a roller off the ceiling. Ronicky, good job finding Bluey. You saw Mouse kind of pressing. They were covering a lot of options there, and Ronicky found the one space where a teammate was.
Yeah.
Much needed down a goal. A lot. Backflip will be turned away. Good challenge from Bluey.
And look at how slow Ronicky was right there. He knows Bluey, excuse me, is going to get the clear, and he doesn't push up, and then now Devo. What?
Defense?
I keep trying to make a point, and then the net's just open, Corby.
I know, Turtle. It's been keep happening in this series. Oh, it looks like a lockout bumped off screen. I think it was Ronicky who bumped a lot, who was on the back wall there. He got kind of just ended up flopping into the corner.
I mean, some of these you don't even expect to go in. You think, how could this of all? And then here comes the shot from a lot.
Cooks is serving up passes like it's free breakfast.
Yeah.
Look at this. Here you go, a lot. Have this. And Devo's still turning around. Good luck getting that ball.
And Devo has been in that situation so many times this series where he is the player who needs to get a challenge, read the pass, and he has fallen short almost every single time after the first 2 games.
mousesports have a late lead in Game 5. It started out ugly. There's no other way to say it for mousesports. It was not pretty. And they got a makeover in the back half of this series. Barcelona have struggled more and more. Cooks.
I mean, Barcelona can take this game. They can run away with it. Veloce did it against Zenitas. Speed coming in and putting the secured goal in. Now it's a 2-goal lead.
Huge insurance goal. Devo trying to fight off Cooks for this ball. Cooks was already on his way out, and a lot makes a great touch. Ronicky has to wait for this. He could not go for that ball, and Bluey had to come streaking across the box to try to make the save. Nobody was going to beat Speed to that. 4-2. 50 seconds left for Mouse. Good power from Cooks. A lot. Keeps it going. Not over for Barcelona. Bluey has a good challenge. Ronicky up for this. Does he have the double touch?
Oh.
Yes, he does! Ronicky pulls Barcelona within 1.
34 seconds left. Ronicky keeps his team in contention to win this game 5, and he does it in style.
I thought Speed maybe had a chance at that ball, but he was just about a hair late.
I mean, pay attention to this kickoff. Who's going to keep possession right now? Seems like it's going to be Speed, or excuse me, Mouse eSports. And that was a lot. Keeping the midfield presence, Speed off the wall.
Taken up by Devo in the corner. Devo chasing it down.
Counter.
Bluey's downfield. It's open for Devo. No, it's denied. Cooks comes flying back, bangs it off the backboard. 15 seconds remaining. Bluey, all he can do is hit this up. Devo, not a chance. Powerful clear from Bluey, cut off by Speed. Taken away by Bluey. Speed keeping it in the corner.
Keep this
Devo
ball up.
can't get a solid touch. Ronicky's gonna try one more time. Flipping it over. Bluey, can he get it to the ramp?
Bounces.
He can, but Speed's there and he kicks it downfield. Devo, if he has a chance, he does get the first touch. Bluey, that is to Ronicky over in the corner. Oh my gosh, it's kept in the air there by Speed. Taken up here. Speed gets in the way. The shot, no, too light. mousesports hang on the reverse sweep. A lot. Cooks, Speed.